Welcome to DJ Motivation Podcast with DJ Johnny Scott, your host. And listen, this podcast is designed to be the first thing you listen to as soon as you wake up. Every day of the week, this podcast is going to motivate you, get you pumped up, get you to change your state of mind. Share this podcast, share it with your friends, like it, okay? Leave comments if this resonates with you, and I'm lucky you're here. DJ Johnny Scott signing out. DJ Motivation with DJ Johnny Scott. Are you ready to go? Let's get this going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off your day. Let's go. All right, DJs, welcome back to DJ Motivation Podcast. Okay, look, this is episode 3, and I'm excited about this one, okay? This episode is all about what happens when you have massive setbacks in your life and crazy challenges that come up, and is that a bad thing? You know, the bad crap that happens in all of our lives as a musician. And sometimes it's our own fault. Sometimes it's not our fault. Sometimes it's something family related or personal or job related. Sometimes it's music related. It doesn't matter. The challenges that we face in life shape our life and how we react to them, okay? You can choose to react to something in a negative way, or you can choose to see it as a challenge that means you're really close to a breakthrough on your life and your goals. And that's what we're going to talk about, okay? Here's some challenges that happened in my life that I thought were setbacks, but have really set me up for my life to be phenomenal, okay, and continue to get better and more phenomenal. And I don't know if you can relate to this, but we're going to get into it, okay? So as a DJ, I was partying, I was playing, I was doing all kinds of stuff. I really started to get caught up in drugs and alcohol, and it took me down, guys, in my personal life. Really, I got taken down. I went through a rough time, guys. I got locked up for a tiny bit, and then got put on probation, and it changed my entire life, okay? And I thought my DJ, my music career was over. I thought my business career was over. I thought that my life was over when I was going through this. But that challenge led me to have some really amazing breakthroughs as a musician that I never would have had. See, guys, I was so caught up partying, playing records all over the place that I was great at DJing, and I still am, but I wasn't thinking about making tracks. I wasn't thinking about sharing my music with the world. It wasn't even on my radar. I was too busy partying, okay? If you are a DJ and you can relate to this, then say I inside, okay? Listen, I hope this touches you, okay? Now, look, it went down, it went bad, then it got better. What I mean by that is, when it all was said and done, I was living at this guy's house, and I was sitting there, and I was dead sober, and I was like, man, what the heck am I going to do with my music career? What the heck am I going to do with music? Do I even want to DJ anymore? Do I even want to do this stuff if I can't just party and do drugs and alcohol all the time? And I mean all the time, like every day. Well, you know what? I started to think about music on a making it level. I got Ableton Live. I got Reason. And I was sitting there on probation, and I started to mess around with making beats. I started to study it. I started to get on YouTube tutorials. I started buying tutorials. I started buying training. I started really getting massively into it, you know, and at the time I was kind of getting bored of Chicago house music and New York house music. If you're into electronic music, you know there are different styles of house and techno, so this will make sense to you. If you're not, hey, there's tons of styles of DJing out there, okay? If you're not a DJ and know that, you need to check out more stuff, okay? Maybe you'll get inspired by other genres of electronic music or hip hop or scratching, and you'll start doing that. That's what happened to me. So I was basically, I took a trip. Somehow I got the ability to move around on probation, which is crazy, before I was sentenced. I went to this show in Lollapalooza in Chicago, and I got stopped by a cop. He was like, man, you shouldn't be going anywhere. I don't know how this happened. And it took 2 hours. So the 2 hours I missed Daft Punk. I saw the last 5 minutes of Daft Punk at Lollapalooza, and then I missed it. I was so pissed off. So I went and got a hot dog. I drove 8 hours to Chicago on bond or whatever, and I'm sitting there, and you know what? This guy said, hey, have you got this flyer? Busy P, he's playing tonight. He's Daft Punk's tour manager, and his crew is playing there. I was like, really? Okay, I'm into it. You know, it's French house, whatever. I'm really into Daft Punk, so maybe I'll like it. So I go to this show, and true story, guys. I'm at this show, and I'm dancing to some Chicago house, and it's okay. I'm really okay with it. But the next thing you know, Busy P comes on, guys. And I hear this guy play records, French house, like 122 beats a minute, and my God, it changed my life, guys. There was a kid dancing. He was so wasted. His beer bottle, or his hand slammed into my beer bottle because I had like 2 beers and I couldn't get drunk. I wasn't allowed to drink much. I had 2 beers and it slammed in my tooth and broke my tooth, guys. But you know, I went to the bathroom with a broken tooth in the front of my mouth, and I came back out and I still kept dancing to Busy P. And the reason was, his music changed my life, man. I can't explain it either way. As a musician, maybe you've had that happen, but his music changed my life. I started studying everything I could about the French house music movement that was going on right then around 2007, and it changed me. The Bloody Beetroots, the Toxic Avenger, Trash Yourself. A friend of mine named John Burke was in a group called Trash Yourself from Oklahoma. Now he's in New York City. And you know what? It changed my life, guys. And I just started gobbling up everything I could about this. I found Justice. I found all these French house acts at the time that just changed my musical life, re-energized me into making beats, getting MIDI gear, really going out and producing tracks. And you know what? That culminated in a few years later of me having my first release on a label in London, in England, okay? I had a release on a label out there, and I had 5 tracks come out, and that never would have happened if I had just kept getting wasted and never got caught, never got arrested, never had that go down. See, that challenge I didn't realize was going to change me as a DJ, was going to lead me down a path to learn about other music that inspired me to actually start creating my own music. And it sobered me up in life to realize I wanted to share my dream of producing music, not just DJing. Even though I still love to DJ, I like sharing my own tracks, my own vision of what that would be. And if you can relate to this, you know, share this with another DJ friend of yours, talk about it on social media, really get out there, or opt into my list to get more stuff that like this that interests you. DJmotivation.com, go there. You're going to get 8 tracks for free if you go opt into my list that I created. Okay, they're 8 fire tracks. You'll really enjoy them, and you'll get all kinds of tips, trainings, and tricks from me over DJing and producing that I'm just passionate about, guys. I really like helping other DJs. This is something else I'm passionate about that I never knew I was passionate about, guys, unless I hadn't had that big setback and challenge. Now, if you're going through that right now and you don't want to talk about it as a DJ or a producer, and you've been arrested for drugs, okay, and it's taking you down, and you think your life's never going to be the same again, well, you know, you're right. It's never going to be the same again because society views it as a horrible thing. You know, there's certain things you won't be able to do profession-wise, but who gives a shit, guys? Really, it could be the greatest challenge and setback to you that creates the greatest positive movement in your music career, okay? It did for me. I would never have had all these releases I've had. I would never have done a lot of the things I've done in the last, I don't know, 5-10 years DJing if I hadn't had that setback. So don't look at the setback and the horrible things that happen in your life as a problem. I want you to look at those setbacks that happen in your life as a setup for a breakthrough. I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of religious all over the board. You know, I believe in God. I believe in the spirit, the universe. Okay, I believe in physics. Okay, and listen, man, The Secret's a great one. I really like The Secret. But Joel Osteen, I mean, he's a preacher. He talks about the setbacks and the challenges are setups for breakthroughs in your life, okay? He's cool. He's every Sunday, man. I watch him for like 30 minutes wherever I am in the globe or the state or the country or whatever, man, or at home. And he's another mentor I like, seriously. But this is about breakthroughs, guys. I want you to think about the setbacks and the challenges in your life that you think have ruined you. And I want you to view them differently. They're setting you on a path for a greater victory, okay? I look forward to seeing you in the next podcast. I hope you got value of this today and really take action on it. Well, you made it to the end of the DJ Motivation Podcast for the day. I'm so lucky that you're here. If you got real value out of this, please go to your social media and share this on your Facebook page. Share this on your friends, your family, your loved ones, your other DJs who need this advice today. If it resonated with you, go over to iTunes and like us. and get this page to the top. Everything helps. Now guys, if you want more information and you want to hear about our Facebook Lives events and the things we're going to be doing here at the DJ Motivation Podcast, just go to djmotivation.com, opt in. You're going to get some free music from me, DJ Johnny Scott, and some other free goodies along the way as you get emails from us, okay? So remember, share this, like this, and go over to djmotivation.com and opt into our list. We're lucky you're here. We'll see you next time on the podcast.